If you're in the business of making materials for smartphone bodies, heat sinks, or structural alloys, you might want to sit up for this. Samsung is reportedly moving away from titanium and going back to aluminum for the Galaxy S26 Ultra. According to New Leak, the reason is pretty straightforward. Titanium is expensive and aluminum handles heat way better. Basically, it's a move that protects both performance and profit margins. Apple did something similar recently with the iPhone 17 Pro and 17 Pro Max, switching back to aluminum mainly because titanium got too pricey, thanks in part to tariffs, and now Samsung looks ready to follow the trend. Samsung had jumped on the titanium train after Apple's iPhone 15 Pro, but now they're pivoting. Aluminum is cheaper, dissipates heat more efficiently, and overall, just makes more sense for the Galaxy S26 Ultra. So, what does this mean for the price? Well, smartphone makers are feeling the squeeze. Chip prices are skyrocketing. Qualcomm and MediaTek saw wafer prices jump up to 24% for their Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 and Dimensity 9500 processors because of TSMC's premium rates. With next year's 2nm nodes coming, costs are only going to climb. Samsung's dependence on Qualcomm isn't helping either. Chipset spending went up from $8.5 billion in 2023 to $8.8 billion this year. Switching back to aluminum is a smart way to recover margins, while also boosting thermal performance without spending a fortune. Samsung is also hoping for a comeback with its own Exynos lineup, especially the upcoming 2nm GAA-based Exynos 2600. If that pans out, we might finally see a Galaxy Ultra that doesn't rely on Qualcomm in every market. Early benchmarks are cautiously promising, and the excitement for Samsung's own chips is real, even if measured. Of course, aluminum isn't perfect. The Galaxy S26 Ultra could be a bit heavier, and while it might handle corner drops better than the iPhone 17 Pro Max, the rear glass is still fragile. There's also a chance of paint chipping, but that's more about the finish than the metal itself. The upside? Thermal performance should see a noticeable bump. Pair aluminum with a vapor chamber, and the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 for Galaxy, which can already hit 4.74 GHz on some cores, could perform even better, squeezing out a bit more power without overheating. So, is the shift really happening? All signs point to yes. Samsung seems set to use aluminum for the Galaxy S26 Ultra's chassis in 2026, which should help with heat management and overall efficiency. Add in that little performance boost from the upgraded Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 for Galaxy, and it's looking like a solid move. So, what do you guys think about this switch? Do you prefer titanium or aluminum for flagship phones? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next one. Until then, take care.